Jeremy from the Archeryshack, and I'm here to talk about arrow spine today. We get so many people come in with misconceptions about what that even means, so we're going to talk to you about it today. Talk about what the stiffness and the weights and how they measure arrow spine and all that stuff. So stick with me for a few minutes, and I'll try to learn you something. So one of the most common misconceptions we have of people coming in is they believe that arrow spine means arrow weight. They'll come in and say, I need a 400 grain arrow. What they mean is they need a 400 spine arrow. So what arrow spine is exactly is when you take an arrow, the arrow companies do this to figure out what spine their arrows are, of course. 28-inch span, they put the arrow on that 28-inch span and hang a 1.94 pound weight from it, which equals 880 grams. How much that arrow flexes determines arrow spine. So a 500 arrow spine would flex half an inch, 0.50 of an inch. Does that make sense now? A 300 spine arrow would only flex 0.3 of an inch. So the less flex, the stiffer it's going to be, and the stiffer it is, the more poundage it can handle, and the heavier it's going to be. So that confuses people all the time. Here's a device that I actually learned about on YouTube several years ago. I'll post a link to that video in the description. Thank you for showing me. I think somebody shared it on Archery Talk. But anyway, what you do with this is, and I've got like 25, 30 bucks in this max, okay? You can watch the video and see how to build one. You put the arrow on it. You have a ball bearing with a weight. It goes on the arrow like so. I got about 2 pounds of weight there. I put it on here, and as I rotate it, I put my gauge on it, and it tells me the stiff versus the weak spine. So when we build custom arrows, we use this thing to make sure that we have them spine aligned, or, you know, we put the odd feather the same on each arrow. So you definitely want to look at the spine chart for whatever arrow you're using. In general, about a 350 spine is super common. But it's according to the length of the arrow. The longer the arrow, the weaker it makes it. And the heavier the tip, the weaker it makes it. So, you know, if you got a super long draw length and you're shooting 70 pounds, it's going to be a lot different arrow than if you're a 26-inch draw shooting 70 pounds. The only companies that don't abide by this rule that I can think of off the top of my head is Carbon Express. They're almost backwards. I have no idea how they spine their arrows. They have a 200 that's a lighter arrow and a 300 that's heavier. They don't go by the typical rating system. And PSE, the Carbon Force arrows, are the same way. So maybe somebody can educate me on how they do their spine, but it's backwards from everybody else. So make sure when you go in to get an arrow, you don't say I need a 400 grain arrow unless you actually need that weight. Like you want an arrow that weighs 400 grains. You know, ask them for what spine you need. Hopefully this video helps a little bit. Definitely if you want to build one of the spine checkers, it's not really a spine checker, it's more of a way of finding the stiffest part of the spine. Check out the link in the video here, and hopefully this helps some folks out. Thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get up to over 1,000 subscribers so we can do some live videos on YouTube. They have a requirement now that you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live with a mobile device. So give us a subscribe and a like, and we appreciate y'all watching. And until next time, y'all keep on shooting.